smile on his face. A choke slam into the casket.
Before Kane would set the Undertaker's casket on fire, hit Linda McMahon with a tombstone, and kidnap and force WWE diva Lita to marry him.
Oh yeah, that's the way I like it.
Before Paul Bearer turned on the Undertaker, revealing his biggest secret, and the world got their first look at his long-lost half-brother Kane.
It's gotta be Kane! That's gotta be Kane! Oh my God, he just ripped the door off its hinges!
Before the Big Red Machine would team up with the Undertaker to form the Brothers of Destruction, but the two would continue to feud and Taker would drag Kane down with him to hell. Before Kane would be unmasked and the world would get a good look at Glen Thomas Jacobs.
Oh my God!
Before Glen Jacobs would wed Crystal Marissa Goins, and together they would raise two daughters, and he would make appearances in television and film as an actor. Less than 1 year after his debut as Kane, he became the World Wrestling Federation Champion by defeating Stone Cold Steve Austin at the 1998 King of the Ring. Standing 6'8" and weighing over 300 pounds, the Big Red Machine had many surprising careers prior to wrestling, including being that of a third-grade teacher. Yeah, I definitely wouldn't want to be the kid caught eating glue by that guy.
And then I chokeslammed him through the mat with all my force.
The former NFL hopeful and university basketball star turned wrestler adopted an array of personas before donning the mask of Kane. These characters included Doomsday, Fake Diesel, Angus King, Black Knight, Private Dentist, Dr. Isaac Yankem, Unabomb, and my personal favorite, the Christmas Creature.
Christmas, what an attitude like that too, let me tell you. Now,
what's going on, guys? My name's Michael McCrudden, documenting the life and career of Kane, or Glen Thomas Jacobs, here for you on Before They're Famous. We recently documented The Undertaker, and that video did surprisingly well, so we continued to tell his story in an After They're Famous video. If you would like us to do the same for Kane, please let us know in the comments down below. Also, you can reach me directly on my Instagram or my Twitter.
Robert, you dummy, your mother wrote it in sign language. I can't read sign language that well.
Please stop that.
Glen Thomas Jacobs, better known as Kane, was born in Madrid, Spain on April 26, 1967, and he comes from a Jewish ancestry. His father was in the Air Force until he was 4 years old, hence his birth outside of America. He grew up with an older brother and an older sister whom had traveled a great deal throughout their youth all over the world. Finally, when Glen was 4 years old, his father retired and his family settled on a farm just outside St. Louis in the northeastern section of Missouri in a town known as
Hannibal, Missouri.
Mark Twain, of course, the great American novelist, and the town Hannibal, where Glen grew up in, was the setting for the literary classics Tom Sawyer and Huckleberry Finn, which is quite the coinkydink because later in life, Kane, he took quite an interest in literature and drama himself.
I think that we would do well teaching drama in school because that's what we do.
Damn it, Kane! I told you, you were far too terrifying to be teaching any children! Growing up, young Glen had a few interests, one being wrestling, which he loved to watch for the storytelling and the drama. His other passion was sports playing, with basketball, baseball, and football being some of his faves. His plans were to make a career for himself as an athlete, plus the guy was as big as a house. Now I bet a lot of you are already arguing about his height, but let's hear it from the horse's mouth.
How tall are you?
I'm about 6'8".
6'8". How much do you weigh?
A little over 300 pounds.
A little over 300 pounds.
He attended college at Quincy University in Illinois, where he played basketball before getting a basketball scholarship to attend Truman State University, which was then known as Northeast Missouri State University, where he set several records and was an NCAA All-Star. Simultaneously, he was also playing football, but that career ended before it truly started.
Hurt my knee very badly, and that was the end of my football career.
Glen graduated with a bachelor's degree in English literature and had taken some classes in drama as well. But with his athletic career not really panning out, it was time to face the music and get a real job. One of these jobs included him being a third-grade teacher. Now, although I don't have a video clip of this, we can assume it looks something like this.
You kids are soft. You lack discipline. But I've got news for you. You're mine now. You belong to me.
Or maybe more like this. Either way, Anyway, the gig didn't last long. Glen was still dreaming about a career as an athlete, and due to his size and childhood interest in the wrestling world, he thought he would give it a go. Meanwhile, acts like Hulk Hogan were achieving worldwide fame and becoming crossover stars, so it was worth a shot. He began taking whatever training or gig he could get, driving hundreds of miles, getting paid nothing more than a hot dog. Eventually, he made the move to Tampa, Florida, where he trained with Dean Malenko, the man of 1,000 holds.
It was very rough to start. Smoky Mountain was a huge step up.
Glen's career officially began in 1992. He originally wrestled under the name Angus King for a promotion called CWSA, which was owned by his childhood friend Mark Morton. From there he moved down south and began wrestling as Doomsday. He was also known as the Christmas Creature during his time in the USWA, which is the most ridiculous wrestling character I've ever heard of. Basically, it's Bane wrapped in tinsel.
He gets the 1, 2, 3. He just picked Trey Keller up by his throat.
He was rebranded as Unabomb for Smoky Mountain Wrestling, where at one time he held the tag team championship with Al Snow in a team called the Dynamic Duo. In 1995, Glen Jacobs made his way to the World Wrestling Federation. He started in the company as Isaac Yankem, DDS, Jerry Lawler's private dentist. With his career panning out, Glen got married on August 25, 1995 to his wife Crystal Marissa Goins. He stopped being the dentist in September of 1996 and came back in October of 1996 as the Fake Diesel. He teamed up with Fake Razor Ramon, but they were unpopular characters that didn't last long.
The introduction of the new Diesel and the new Razor was not well received.
At the 1997 pay-per-view Revenge of the Taker, in the House 14, Undertaker launched a fireball into Paul Bearer's face while he was trying to assist Mankind to a victory over the Dead Man. The next time we saw Paul Bearer, he was heavily bandaged and begged for a reunion with the Taker, claiming that if it didn't happen, if he didn't accept his offer, well, he would reveal the Undertaker's biggest secret, which was linked to a fire that happened during the Undertaker's childhood. Now, we spoke about this in the Undertakers Before They're Famous, so let's take a look.
My father and my little brother burnt to death in the family funeral home.
Lo and behold, Paul Bearer had found the Undertaker's long-lost half-brother, Kane, and he was introduced to the WWE on October 5, 1997 during Bad Blood at the Kiel Center in St. Louis. Which is fantastic, because that's where he's from, you know?
That's gotta be Kane! That's gotta be Kane!
This marked one of the most intriguing times in history for the WWE. He won the WWE Championship for the first time back at King of the Ring in 1998 in a match with Stone Cold Steve Austin, but he dropped back the next night on Monday Night Raw. Not great. Regardless, a star had been born, and for the rest of the story, well, you know the story because this is Before They're Famous. My name is Michael McCrudden, and as we did with The Undertaker, we're willing to do an After They're Famous on Kane, talking about his career and his highlights and his private life. If we can find anything. The guy likes to keep a lid on stuff. Although he's really educated. Like when he takes off the mask, he's a smart cookie. Anyway guys, let us know if you want to see it After They're Famous in the comments down below. My name is Michael McCrudden, I'm just getting over a cold, so this one was a little tough for me to do. Hope you enjoyed it, I'll see you guys in another video.